E3 2019 for Nintendo Switch has officially kicked off. The Nintendo Direct just happened, and I am really happy with it as a major fan of Zelda. And what you are looking at here is direct feed footage directly from a demo for The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening for Nintendo Switch. It is so amazing that this game has been reimagined in such an amazing style. If you have played it in the past, you're gonna know exactly what to expect. Not only is this such a awesome reimagining of an amazing Zelda game that is probably a little underappreciated just because it's so old now and it was on Game Boy, so it's been a while. So now getting to play it was super awesome. It took a little while for us to get used to the controls. Zach and I both played it, and we made as much progress in the 15-minute demo that we possibly could. Here we are in the village trying to make as much progress as we humanly could do in the short amount of time given. Alright, one thing that I want to talk about was that it was really interesting to see Zach just start off. He is the one that started the demo here just because he's never really played the game. So to him, this is a brand new experience, and this is one of the things that interests me the most about the Switch version for Link's Awakening. For someone that has never played it, how are they going to feel about this? Are they even going to notice that this was a Game Boy game? Because it is undoubtedly cute. There's nothing that we can say to argue that it is one of the cutest games I have ever seen. And there's a very cute amiibo coming for Link's Awakening 2 that releases alongside the game. It's coming way sooner than we thought, but either way, to see Zach start and just kind of not really know what to do, but of course he's able to figure it out. And that was really neat. And one thing I will say, I'm gonna fess up to this. I had told Zach, man, I played this game so many times, it's not gonna be like a new game to me, but I did forget an awful lot. Zach was asking me for guidance, and at sometimes I was legit lost at what to tell him. I was like, just because it's been so long, and those memories are in my head and they're vivid, but I guess the specificity of it all was just completely gone. So I'm very excited that even for me, this is gonna feel like a really fresh experience. Now, some of the dungeons and the solutions to the puzzles I'm gonna know right off the bat, because I think that some of that stuff I'll just never forget, but it's still gonna feel kind of new to me just because it's been so long. And that's one thing that I wanted to illustrate here with this little gameplay demo. Here we're just trying to make our way to grab our sword. It's probably on the other side of the shore, so we're gonna get over there, but you see so many enemies, and boom, there it is, our sword. You saw us get our shield, some iconic moments in Zelda here, and here we have our little owl guiding us along. So yeah, it was awesome to see just Zach play it for the first time. And yes, I know it looks pretty in trailers, but this is a recurring theme for me with Nintendo games. I think they look good in trailers, absolutely, but then seeing them in person is gonna be that much more beautiful for you guys, because that is always the effect that these games have on me. Now, as the owl goes away, we pick up the sword here, and boom, we are able to finally have some combat. We did a good job of avoiding the enemies until we got down here. We now have our shield, we now have our sword. One thing that I also wanted to make note of, you now have extra buttons, right? Because the Switch has more controller buttons than the Game Boy ever did back in the day. So one thing that I did notice was that you're able to have two abilities at once. So that's really cool. You're going to see later in the demo here where we get the powder, which is really helpful, and it's necessary to continue on the adventure. But you're also able to equip something else once you see the layout here, which you're actually just seeing here by chance, X and Y. You also see the map here, which is still we're at a very small portion of the map there as we continue to make our way through. But I think people that have never played this are gonna be all over it. I think it's a phenomenal adventure. In the interest of time, I'm going to be jumping around a little bit here so we can show you as many sections of the game as we possibly can. But here we have the fisherman. We're not really trying to deal with him too much, so we're going to make our way down south here to try to get to the forest. This is a very spooky looking forest. I love the way it looks at it. We run into a certain friend of ours here in the mysterious forest. As you know, we have the owl returning once again to give us guidance on this adventure in Koholint, and he says, "Hoo hoo, brave lad, on your quest," and we go a little fast. So Basically, he's just telling us what we need to do, and since we are going so fast, we are just gonna continue. Again, luckily we remembered a little bit about what was happening, and we had some fantastic help. Here, an enemy encounter. Try to block that. Didn't quite work out right away, but boom, eventually block it. One more hit, and he's gonna be taken out. Let's block him, and boom, he is gone. Another enemy, another one for us to very quickly take down. We do grab a heart. We pick up as many rupees as we can find along the way. We do find some really cool ones. And here is our mysterious friend with an awkward nose. The raccoon says that his nose is very sensitive, and we need to do something about that. So, if you played the game, you know who the raccoon actually is, but he says that we're not going to really make our way through this forest without him, so he brings us back in a flashing light, and we cannot continue there until we do a little something. We already have full health. We have an enemy coming at us. We get our shield up, shield against shield, and he is able to do a little bit of damage, but boom, now he is gone. All right, here we see some more of these cool little red enemies that duplicate once you defeat them. Pick up a rupee there and continue to make our way down. Again, what are we gonna do about that mysterious raccoon with a sensitive nose? He's pretty much the opposite of me, because if you guys don't know, I don't have a sense of smell. Okay, here Zach was just here. We're just trying to get through as quickly as we can, so we didn't really stop for that chest. I do come back and get it a little bit later in the demo, and you'll see that here. Same with these hearts here. I'm just trying to get through as quickly as I can to go grab what we need, so I'm not going to worry about going to get the heart. Let's just make our way down through this little cave and see what is at the other end of it. We're still at the mysterious forest, but there it is. We see the mushroom, and with that magical mushroom, a very magical mushroom, we get to make a potion, and that is one of the items that we can map, and we're gonna need that for our raccoon so that we can turn him back to his original form. Here we have another enemy trying to come at us, so we're gonna avoid him and then charge up our shot and just very quickly use it because it's such a cool and cute looking attack. All right, even here we got to get out of here. Let's move on. As I mentioned here, I did want to kind of make sure to get that chest. I gave it a second thought here, and then I realized I have to go around once again in order to open it up and see what's in there, because I don't quite remember from playing way back in the day, as I mentioned before. So let's try to avoid these bats. They're doing a little bit of damage, but it's okay. We take care of both of them simultaneously, and we get ourselves 50 rupees, a very purple and beautiful rupee. Okay. So let's get out of here and go deliver this mushroom, this magical mushroom. Okay, pesky enemy, get out of the way. And there we go. Shield block, finish him off. Boom, grab that. I'm trying to figure out exactly where we're trying to go here. And in the meantime, I'm also trying to just figure out how to maybe one-shot this enemy. And it doesn't quite happen for us right away. But hey, at least he is done. And as we finish off both these little enemies at once, we get ourselves a piece of power. Alright, you can feel the energy flowing through you. We start glowing red, and this means that we are way more powerful, and we can finish off enemies in one attack the way I had originally wanted. So let's continue. Let's avoid all of these holes, even though there is a piece of a heart there. We don't really want to use that quite yet. So let's get shocked. And come down here into this tree where a very cool looking witch is gonna help us out. There she is with her little cauldron. It has a sleepy toadstool. It does. We'll mix it up in a jiffy, and as she does that, we wait very patiently here. We see that little mouse there on the right side as well, and here we get what we were talking about. It's all ready. Take care. Why not try a bit in the hut? And I don't really want to use it in the hut, but we got some magic powder. This is what I was talking about. We can equip it to either X or Y. We get another look at the interface here and how we can just equip things, and boom, we now have 20 uses of it. And this is what we are going to use in order to fix that pesky nose. So let's actually just like transfer on over there now. And here we are back at the raccoon. Let's talk to him. He tells us that his nose is sensitive once again. And what do we do with that sensitive nose? We throw this dust at it. He starts twirling around. He doesn't know what's going on. And he is finally going to transform back into his original form. But there you guys have it. This is basically the demo that we got for Link's Awakening. We did get to play a little bit more, but we are only able to show you certain parts of the game. And man, this is exciting. I can't wait. It's sooner than we thought. I originally thought that it was going to be coming in December because that just was the indication. I always feel like Zelda is an awesome game for the holidays, and that doesn't seem to be the case. We got the key, we need to go get the first instrument, but unfortunately for you guys, this is where we are going to have to cut it short. We appreciate each and every single one of you support. Stay tuned for more E3 coverage, and that is pretty much it. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, link is in the description, and like the video if you enjoyed it. There we see more of the map. This is some cool stuff. We'll catch you guys later. Switch Force out.